Welcome. We're going to be discussing a few things. I came up with this last night when I was like going to sleep. I was like thinking of this, and I was like, I really need to make a video on it. So if you see the intro, if you see the title of this, what Jojo character would be worthy of Mjölnir or Thor's hammer? I'm just going to say Thor's hammer because I cannot pronounce the actual name. Anyway, let's get started. Part one. Okay, part one. Jonathan Joestar. Yes. Okay, let me explain why he would be able to lift the hammer. He's shown great courage and great. Literally, he is what everyone hypes him up to be. Like, literally, he does a lot of good in the world. He's a gentleman. He helps people out. He saves people. And not just that, he also conflicts himself with like barrels. Like let's say for example, he was going about to say, "Oh, you know what? I'm going to kill Dio," but then he changed his mind. Like, look, Dio is my brother. Like, I had to, even if he's a villain, I had to show him some bit of respect and see if I can rehabilitate him. But at the end of the day, Dio was not going to want help. So at the end of the day, he had to do that. But I'm not going to judge him on that. I'm going to judge him on mostly his character. So basically, I would say he would definitely be able to lift a hammer because he's shown great courage. He made, like when he was fighting Blueford as well, like he showed him honor and all that stuff. Like, I think he has the highest possibility of getting to lift a hammer. He just feels like Captain America of some sort. Like, he actually does things and commits to things, and also like he's very good at doing all that. And I would think he's worthy in his own right, and I think he'd be worried to lift the hammer. Well, no, just no, because like he's just a mentor to Jonathan, and basically all he does is just basically just helps Jonathan increase his power and all that stuff. I don't think he would be able to lift a hammer. I don't think so because he doesn't really save people, a lot of people, like Jonathan does. Like Jonathan commits to his life and is a gentleman and is a true man. But with Will, he doesn't really do anything other from saving Jonathan. And yeah, some people could say that he could be able to lift it, but in my opinion, you have to have more proof to show that you can do it. Like you can do like for example, Jonathan, he has no reason to fight. He has no reason to fight, but he will fight for his loved ones and all that stuff. He will fight for his loved ones and all that stuff. What does Will do? Let me see. Just trains Jonathan and then um saves him in the end, and then transfers all of his powers to Jonathan. But then that's just it. Like, that's all he does. Yeah, he won't be able to lift the hammer, but there's no possibility that he won't. Like, it's not possible that he will lift the thing. So yeah, I don't think he would be able to lift a hammer. Oh, this one's a good one. This one's a maybe. Okay, let me tell you why this is a maybe. Okay, first of all, Speedwagon is a great character, and he saves Jonathan countless times. And not just that, not just Jonathan, he also supports the Joestars. It's like literally anything that um the Joestars need, he can provide for in his foundation. Like for example, in part three, he basically covered all of the Speedwagon Foundation covered all the expenses of like the planes, the boats, the camels, everything, just for the journey. So without him, like the Joestars wouldn't be able to fucking journey to Egypt without his help. Same with like Speedwagon is an important, crucial, loyal character, and not just that. After Jonathan dies, and Irina gets Joseph and Lisa. No, he gets she gets Lisa out of the burning boat. Um, so yeah, I think he has a possibility to lift the hammer. Because his undying loyalty to Joe Stars, is unmatched, and also like after I was about to continue. Sorry, as Irina gives birth to Joseph, Speedwagon does take care of Joseph as best he could, but he still got the plane, and Joseph that's where Joseph got Harmon for the first time, because yeah, but you couldn't do anything about that. So I think Speedwagon did his best to be the father figure of Joseph. I think he did his best, and I think he's a great man and a great character, and I think he could possibly, you can have an argument on either he could have be able to lift the hammer, or there's a possibility that he couldn't. There's arguments with and against. So I think possibly he could lift the hammer. No, I don't even need to say why. Let me see. Rejected humanity and killed Jonathan's father and his dog. Well, let me see. Nah. Joseph. Wait. Sorry. Part two. I need to clarify that, because I mean, to put timestamps in the video. Part two. Jonathan. Joseph. I'm sorry. Joseph Joestar. No, he cheats, and he cheats on his wife Susie Q, and not just that, he also fucking cheats and everything. Not just that, the only thing he's got going for him, the only ounce of respect he got was basically from Wamu, and basically he didn't drink the file. He liked the antidote. So basically, when the three pillar men saw him, and he said, "Look, I can defeat all yous within a month. Within a month, if you give me a month to train and all that stuff, I'll defeat all three of you." And so the pillar men were all like, fucking, as if, you know what, let's just see if he can actually do it. And then so basically poison him. So Wamu puts a ring on his windpipe, and then ACDC um puts a ring on his heart. So like whenever the days go by, it gets tighter and tighter. So he has to find the antidotes within that month. Um, And so, like, without even like, so Wamu didn't burst Caesar's bubble, and so that's how Joseph got the antidote. But he didn't drink it because the reason why is because Wamu showed respect for Caesar. However, I don't think he would be able to lift a hammer anyway. I don't think Joseph would lift a hammer. That's just one thing. But there's many, many different things of why he's not worthy. Like, for example, cheating on CZQ, cheating on things. Um, yeah, there's a lot there that clarify he will not be able to lift a hammer, and that's okay. Like he doesn't need to lift a hammer to prove anything. That's that's for every character, by the way. Just because they can't lift a hammer doesn't mean they're unique in their own way. Let's just say Caesar, no. Obviously not. Like, he went on his own basically. Like near the end, he was like, Joseph, my father killed himself for you. I don't want to die protecting you. And then later on, he gets the antidote and says, Jojo, here's the antidote. And like I'm like, you just saved the Joestars. Like it makes no sense. Like it made no sense to me. Like he's like, oh, I won't sacrifice my life for you, but you just did. You sacrificed your life to give him the antidote. And so in that regard, I don't think you're worthy enough because all you ever do is just try your best to fucking defeat the Pillarmen by yourself. And you need Joseph's help. Like Joseph is there to help you. And he's a great friend and all. Like I mean like I don't think so. Caesar, you need to have more liability and you need to have more something. Wamu, oh, this is a good one. Now, I think possibly. Now, the reason why is simply because he has honor. He has a lot of honor. Let me tell you something. When Wamu respects all of humanity. He respects a warrior and he respects a fighter. That's his moral code. That's his code. He basically didn't burst Caesar's bubble. Like when he defeated Caesar and Caesar got the antidote and put it into a bubble, he didn't pop the bubble. Like he was like looking at the bubble, seeing that the antidote was there, and he was like, like everyone knows that he could have just popped the bubble right there, but instead of popping the bubble, he showed respect and didn't pop the bubble because Caesar was like a warrior, and Wamu respected that. So he was like, "Look, I know that I defeated him. I know that I killed him, but I'm going to show him respect and not pop that bubble because he showed great respect for me, and I'll show great respect to him." And he has like a moral code. However, there's a one issue with Wamu, and that's when they first saw humans. They had to kill the humans because to get out of the sleeping. See, what I mean, because they need blood. Now, will I have to blame Wamu for that? I'm gonna have to do it because he was ordered to do so, and I don't think he'd be worthy enough to do so. But because you see, he's just following orders. However, I'm gonna add one more thing as well. There's one more good thing. After Joseph showed Wamu respect and didn't drink the antidote and all that stuff, like he didn't drink the antidote because Joseph gave Wamu respect. Because Wamu gave respect to Caesar. and Joseph comforted, like Joseph cut his hand to give Wamu some, like, to live. Like I know he's a decapitated head, but he doesn't die because Joseph's just giving them respect, and Wamu saw that, so he was like, "Look, like Caesar was a warrior, and in my eyes, I think he deserved respect. Same with you. You have shown me respect." And then, as soon as he said that, his undead minions tried to kill Joseph. And in his decapitated head, he killed all of those undead creatures by himself because he sacrificed his life to save Joseph. So I think there's an argument for both reasons. So I think there's a possibility that he could be able to lift the hammer. Lisa, no. Again, same thing with Will Sapelli. I think she's just a mentor. She is a mother of Joseph. I understand that she's like her own character, but at the end of the day, it's just basically I don't think she would be able to lift the hammer anyway, because obviously, since she's just you know like it's just she's just like Isabelli. Like you don't have that much to compare her to everyone else. Like our actions were like needed just for training. Like you don't understand if like the reason why like you don't know if what she's doing is right or just for training. So that's the reason why Sapelli and Lisa are aren't going to get it, because the reason why is because like let's say for example, the Jack Ripper one, when Jonathan had to hold a glass of wine up and had to test his harmon, and he said, and Sapelli said, look, if you drop one drop, then I'm leaving you. Then I'm not going to train you anymore. Like, which is harsh. But like, what I'm saying is, like, you don't know if their intentions are good, like to save people. Like, if they want, like they would save people. Yeah, I understand that. Like, if there was someone stuck underneath a fucking thing, they'll try their best to save people. However, that undying commitment to save people, that's the difference. Like Jonathan, he has his undying commitment to save people, and yeah, so like, is Lisa worthy? No, I don't think so. Like, she doesn't have commitment to save people every day and use her power for good. No, she does is do Harmon training and concentrates more on Harmon. No, no. Okay, archery. I don't need to explain why the villains have to don't get it's not worthy. I don't need to explain. They just kill people. Like I don't need to explain, especially fucking cars. When he got fucking ultimate life form, like he basically rejected humanity and he became a god himself. So I don't really need to say, oh, he's worthy. No, he's not fucking worthy. Obviously, of course. Anyway, part three. Jotaro Kujo. Hmm. No, obviously. Let's see. He fucking belitterates and bewilders women. He beats women up. Let me see. He doesn't give enemies a chance to fight. Let me see. He doesn't respect anyone. He's an edge lord. The only thing he's got going for him is that he cares about his mother. And I know he cares about his mother, but at the same time, he doesn't show that. Uh, and you think this edge lord will be able to lift the hammer? No, he won't be able to lift the hammer. Let me tell you something. He won't. He fucking won't. He will never be able to lift the hammer. But that's okay because he has a stand. Like I don't get it. Like I don't really get why he would be able to lift a hammer for. Like this is part three Jojo we're talking about. This is the Jojo that beats up women, that tells people that you're a douchebag and you're fucking shit at your job, and also just just, just no. Possibly. I'm gonna say possibly because right, Kakyoin is a great character and he has tragedy, but I'm gonna have to say no because the reason why is I think as his character, I think he sees only that I think he has a little bit of an ego, a little bit, not too much, but I think he will just look at the hammer and say, I don't need this. I see my own worth. You get what I mean? I don't think he'd be able to lift a hammer if he wanted to, because I think he just wants to say, look, I know I'm not worthy, but I don't care. I don't care if I'm not worthy. I am just doing what I want to do. That's what Kakyoin is like as a character. He just wants to do what he needs to do. He wants to protect Jotaro and help his friends defeat Dio. And I don't think he thinks he's weak in his own right. I think he knows that he's needed. I think he knows that he's needed. And that's all he needs to know is that, like, look, I may not be worthy, but I'm going to do what I must to do what's right. Simple as. But I don't think he'd be able to get the hammer because like man, like I don't think he would want it anyway. I don't think he'd be able to lift it if he wanted to. But anyway, yeah. Oh, well, Abdul, no, because the reason why is simply because, like, yeah, he sacrificed his life twice for Paul Narf. I get that, but that doesn't that doesn't mean he's going to be worthy. If that's the case, then Sibeli would be able to get to lift the hammer. No, you have to show more than just sacrificing yourself to save others. Like you just have to show more of your character than that. Like because all he done was just basically like gives words of advice, then sacrifices his life to Polnareff, then disappears for a few days and says to them and says to Polnareff like and comes back. Like people are worried about well not like only Polnareff was worried about Avdol. So yeah, but still, he was worried about you, and I don't know. Like, I think, in my opinion, I don't think he'd be able to lift a hammer because all he does is just sacrifice his life. Tries to give words of advice, but at the end of the day, it's just I don't think so. I don't think he'd be able to lift a hammer. Ah, shit. Right, we're gonna ignore the fact that he's a fucking dog. I'm gonna ignore the fact that he's a dog because it says because anyone who wields the hammer, anyone can wield a hammer. So that means animals can wield a hammer. And I don't know if there was any Marvel animal that actually lifts a hammer. But I don't know. I don't really know. I don't care. I'm just gonna still judge them, like if they were an actual human, and see if they can actually lift it. Anyway, Iggy, let me see. No, even if I took the dog thing out of the way, he still won't be able to lift the hammer because obviously all he did for the first arc was basically go on Paul Narf, bite his hair off, and fire in his face. And not just that, like Iggy is the laziest character ever as well. Like he doesn't want to do anything, to be honest with you. Like he just yawns and just like sits there all day and does nothing. Like he doesn't really fight except for one instance in like Pet Shop versus Iggy. Like that's the only thing that he did by himself. And like I understand, like near the end, he grew and developed feelings for Paul North. Like he saved him from Vanilla Ice. But just because you save someone doesn't mean you get to fucking have the hammer. But like in my opinion, I think his bad qualities outweigh the good qualities about him. So I don't think he'd be able to lift a hammer, even if um like after the fact, like when he grew and developed feelings for the gang, like for the team he's on, but I don't think so. Nope. I don't need to say it. They're just villains. Like they kill people all the time. No. Again, same with Joseph. Let's just say like these two are separate characters. Like like I'll just say for example, like Joseph, I won't judge. Let's just say like if I judge just only Joseph's actions within part two and Joseph's actions within part three, same with like Jotaro's action with part three and part four. Like I'm just gonna say, you know, if they have improved or not. Like what I mean, like if they were older, would they be able to wield the hammer because they have grew, they have you know, they grew as a person. Let's just say. Uh, Still no. Old Joseph would never be able to lift the hammer because, of course, he cheated on his wife, and he cheats all the time, even in part three. And not just that, like man, he does the same things in part two and in part three. Like he cheats on his fucking wife. Like he did that. He always done that. Like he did that between part two and part three. So I can't decide which one. How how are we gonna do this? Because literally, it did say Josuke was born during the journey of part three. So I'm just gonna say it took place between part two and part three. But what I'm saying is that's still a factor. And even if we just cancel that out, he still won't be able to lift a hammer. He still won't be able to lift a hammer. Like, man, like he's done so much shit, man. Like he's just done so much. Like, and like I don't think he'd be able to be worthy of the hammer anyway. Possibly, possibly can lift a hammer because the reason why is simply because I know at the beginning had a mind bug, but that didn't stop me from saying no from him. Look, I'm just gonna say this: just because they are mind controlled doesn't mean they're not worthy. They are controlled by if they are just controlled by Dio, that's fine. Like after they get controlled, then they can obviously redeem themselves. I think they can be redeemed. So anyway, I'm off topic. Um, I think at the beginning, all he was caring about was vengeance on Sherry. That's all he was caring about. But then when he actually avenged her and felt sorry for Abdul for saving him and all that stuff, then he was like, you know what? I agree with you guys. I think we need to kill Dio and save the world. I think he grew as a character and he had lots of character development. And he was in part 5 as well. So you have more evidence as well. He has more good than bad. But in my opinion, there could be arguments for him to wield a hammer or not wield a hammer in simple terms. So I think there's a possibility that he won't. He could wield a hammer, but let's just get rid of the fact where he gets like controlled twice. Let's just get rid of that fact because literally you need to judge him as a character like that has not been controlled. I think he has potential to lift a hammer. I think he grew as a character, and I think he grew. I think he can lift a hammer, and but also he could not. Like there's the, I don't know. There's like an argument for both reasons, but like it's just a possibility. Another one, for God's sake, possibility again. Um, Same thing. But the thing is, Araki was originally going to put him in the Stardust Crusaders team, and he did fight back against Dio. You did see that near the end, but Araki didn't want him in in the Stardust Crusaders gang because obviously, of course, he had the same motivation as Paul Narf. Um, but he's a great character. He shows true gentlemanship. He's really good. He's really good at like committing to trying to do good. And I think there's a possibility that he could be able to lift a hammer. I think what he needs is time and I think more reasons why he should be able to lift a hammer. I think there's a huge possibility that he could lift a hammer. Pet shop. Oh, sorry, pet shop. No, 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 definitely not. Anyway, right. Part 4. Let's go. Josuke. This is actually a good one. I'm gonna say yes. Okay, I'm gonna make it right. So the only bad things he's done was steal money from Joseph, but technically that's his money. I'm gonna make an argument and say that's his money because the reason why is because Joseph got Josuke's credit card and just spend it on Sheba Joestar's baby clothes. And so, and also, that payment could be for child support as well. Because since Joseph forgot about since Joseph forgot that Josuke even existed, I think that stealing his money will be argued that is child support money. And also, he's a great kid. He's a great kid. Josuke is a great kid. Like just because those two bad things, he's a great kid. He is a good fucking Samaritan. He helps out anyone. He revives anyone. He just heals people. He heals people. Like he heals people. He protects his friends, his families. He tries his best to do everything that is good. And he's like what Jonathan Joestar is. He is exactly like Jonathan. Well, those two factors do those two bad things could not give him the right. But I don't think that, because the reason why is because the good outweighs the bad. Because an argument can be said about the, stealing Joseph's money, because it could be a reason, because like child support or neglect or anything like that. So I completely 100% agree that Josuke can have a case saying, look, he stole my money, so I'm going to steal his money. So it makes sense in some twisted way. But not just that, even if that isn't a factor, he shows true determination to find this killer and to actually make good, like, make the world a better place and make Morio a safer place. I think Josuke is highly, and this is highly likely to wield a hammer. So I'm going to say yes. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oi, Josuke, look at this hammer I see. I'm going to erase it. Okay, okay. No. Just because of two reasons. One reason is that when Okiasu sees the hammer, he's just probably gonna erase it. He's just gonna erase it because he's dumb as shit. He's fucking dumb. He doesn't understand what the fuck the writing means. He probably will just erase fucking the hammer. He could just erase the hammer. And not just that, let's just take away the factor that he's fucking dumb. He has like zero potential to like fucking wield the hammer in the first place, because the hammer can see that, like, oh, he's dumb, and he also doesn't use his stand to his fullest capabilities. I understand. I said to you that the stands don't really count if they can wield a hammer or not. I'm just judging their character by themselves. I'm not judging the stand they have. But what I'm saying is that there's some characters here that would just go like, you know what? I have the stand. I don't think I think I can be more powerful than Thor's hammer. Like some ego. You get what I mean? Like, or something like that. You get what I mean? Like they don't need the hammer. Like, for example, Kakyoin. I don't think Kakyoin would want to have the hammer. Um, but Okiyasu, I don't think, like, even if he tried to lift it, I don't think he would. Like, I don't think he would be able to. Like, think about it. Like, why would he be able to? Like, I don't think so. I don't think he'd be able to. And I think because since his stand is so strong, I don't think he'd be able to anyway. And I don't think he will want to lift it anyway. I think he'll just erase it from existence. That's what I think. That's what I fucking think. Oi, Jusky, I see this nice hammer. Let me erase it. Just fucking erases it. Just erases it. Oh, God. Okay. Okay, no, this one. Okay, Jotaro. Same thing again from the last time. I'm only going to judge part 4 Jotaro's actions only, and not judge his part 3 actions. In part 4, did he improve? No. I still think he won't be able to get the hammer because he still abuses women. And not just that, like, he's just more trying to be like trying to help Josuke to do stuff, but again, like, all he's doing there is being an emotional support for Josuke, and that's it. Like, he's done more, he's done less. He's just the same person still. No, she's a yandere, and also there's only one thing she did good, and that was in the Cinderella one, where she asked Koichi to give her eyes, because the reason why is because since she loved him so much, she didn't care what eyes he picked, because she wants him to choose for her. Because the reason why is simply because she doesn't care how ugly she looks. She doesn't care what her eyes will look like after this ability. Like she doesn't care what her eyes will look like. But Koichi will choose her eyes because like literally she's like, look, I love you and I want the best for you. So you can choose the eyes that you want and you can like, I want you to choose the eyes for me because I don't care if I'm ugly. I don't care if I'm hideous. If you love me, if you just love me for what, like, whatever eyes you pick, I don't care. I just want you to be happy with me and to love me. And then then basically he gave her the eyes that he wanted to her, and then after they leave, Cinderella then says, "Look, that's great. Like that's commendable. And she gave her like Cinderella gives her the right eyes. Cinderella is basically a stand. So yeah. Anyway, Koichi. Now, he's a bit ego a little bit. Like since he has Act One, Act Two, and Act Three, and the reason why he won't get to Act Four is because the reason why is simply because he thinks that Act Three is the strongest, and he doesn't need Act Four, and so that's what plays a factor into him being not worthy, is because he thinks that Act Three is the strongest. So he be thinking, oh look, I have the stand Act Three, and I think it's stronger. So I'm not going to improve on it. I don't think it needs improved. It needs to be improved. That's just it. Rohan. No. Even if I include Rohan Kishibe, the TV series, which is canon, by the way. I'm gonna say it's canon. No, I don't think he'd be worthy because again, same thing. He'll just say, "Look, I don't need this fucking stupid hammer. I can just basically turn you into a book and just make you not hit me." Like that's what he would be like looking at when he sees Thor's hammer. Like he'll just see Thor and just say, "Look, I don't care if I'm not worthy. I don't give a fuck. I could just use Heaven's Door on you and just write on you saying I'm not going to attack Rohan Kishbe. Simple as. So no, nope, he's a murderer. Nope, he's a greedy cunt. He's a greedy fat cunt. Literally, and sure, and literally, he fucking stole lottery tickets. He stole fucking Kira's lunch. He stole basically nearly everything you can think of. But and then but his death was so sad. No, it wasn't. It wasn't sad. It was just him literally going like, just skips. I was like, okay, I don't give a fuck. Literally, I couldn't care less about Shigechi. He's literally the most stupid character besides from Okiasu. Like, I mean, it's just no. I don't. He's never going to be able to lift a hammer. He's just never. There's not a chance that he'll lift a hammer. He steals. He does. He's greedy. He's fucking. He's just everything. No. No. Okay, part five. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Giorno. Possibly. I'm gonna say possibly because there is like arguments to say that he is good and he is bad. There's arguments though, and like he's done a lot. He's done a lot of good, but like then he done a lot of bad. So let me say one example. when Bruno died, he revived Bruno. Now that's good. Like he really did. Like he wants to make he wants his friend to be alive and all that stuff. But at the same time, it's a curse because Bruno after that couldn't feel pain. He was like literally an empty shell of a person. He was just a soul. He was just a soul inhabiting an empty body, literally a zombie. And when he died in the Colosseum, I think, look, at the end of the day, I was like, like that is good and there is bad to his method. So yeah, there's arguments for him to wield a hammer. There's arguments that won't let him wield a hammer. But in my opinion, I just don't know. There's like it's conflicting. Like there's like so like there's things there that he done, and there's things there that he did that he has done, and that are bad, and there's things that he done that are good. So in my opinion, I think it's possibly Bruno. Yes. Okay. Yes, he's worthy. Let me just tell you why. Before the resurrection and all that stuff, he's a really great character. He's a really great person. He helped out all of the people. So he helped out Mista when he was in jail. He helped Leon with his depression. And when Narancha was fucking homeless and someone gouged out his eye, he gave surgery to Narancha to save him. Now, and also he helped Fugo when he got molested by a teacher, and he protects Trish, and he's a true capo boss. He will protect his team and Trish, and also will do the mission. I think he is worthy of the hammer, 100% worthy of the hammer. And also, he agrees with Giorno saying that the drug shouldn't be sold to kids. Again, same thing with Giorno, but same thing. What I'm saying is that there is good and there's bad with Giorno. But with Bruno, there's a different case. He just does what is right. He just does what is right for the people and for his team and for the mission. Like he's a great man. Like he's a great man. He knows what he's doing, and I think I commend him for that. I think there's an ounce of respect for that, and I think he'd be able to lift a hammer. Fuck's sake. No. Like just no. Just no. I don't like there's only a few instances where he like all he does in it is just shoot people. Okay, I commend him for one thing. He did try to save Bruno in the Scalipi one with the Rolling Stones, but that's just it. That's it. Yeah, he did save Giorno in like the Ghiaccio fight, but who who saved Gyro when he got shot in the fucking head? Oh, that's right, Giorno. Let me see. I'm just gonna say no because like I don't think Gyro will be able to lift the hammer. Like I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think he would be able to. I am 100% sure that he won't be able to lift a hammer because like there is not a single thing that I would think he would lift a hammer for. Like, oh, he saved a woman who was being raped. Oh, whoop-de-doo. You need more than that. You need more fucking. You need more than that. If people were just given Thor's hammer after they save someone, then everyone here on this list would be able to wield a hammer. Because Dio saved people. I don't think so, did he? No, well, he saved people on his, like, that are his minions that he saved. Like, he saved them from poverty. He saved them from all this shit. Like that will mean that he will wield the hammer if I say Guido would wield the hammer. No, he won't wield the hammer. Because just because he saved a woman, just he needs more. He needs more than that. He needs like more reason. Like Bruno, like he needs to save more people. He needs to make that commitment to save more people and to help more people and to be a person, be a leader, and be all that shit. You know what I mean? No. Even if I include Purple Haze feedback, no. Like, it's just Hugo only did what, did a few good things. Yeah, he did a few good things, like saved Narancia from homelessness. Like literally, when Narancia was eating food off of garbage, he was like, "I'm gonna bring him into his restaurant and say to Bruno, like, I want to feed him some spaghetti. Can I do that?" And Bruno was like, "Yeah, yeah, go ahead, go ahead." And then Bruno afterwards repaired his eye. But Fugo, since his like anger issues and all that stuff, like since his anger issues and like since I think he has a little bit of an ego, saying that like, look, I have a stand that can kill people in 30 seconds. I don't think he would want the hammer anyway. But not just that as well. Sorry, hold on. I don't think I don't think that Fugo would be able to lift the hammer. I just don't think so because like there's like many instances where he like when he just stayed and he didn't go on the boat because of his loyalty to the boss. That show like and Purple Haze feedback is like literally the aftermath and is consequences of staying and not going on the boat with the team. I think that can just say that he won't be able to lift the hammer because he has loyalty to the boss, but he kind of does regret not. He does regret like staying. He does say a few voice lines that he does regret not staying. But I don't know if that would count as. I don't think that will give him anything though to actually give him a chance to lift the hammer. Narancia, no. Again, all he did was save Giorno from Clash, and that's just it. Like, and like he did. Well, I commend him for something that he did fight his own battle, like with Formaggio. Like Little Feet versus uh Little Errol Smito. Sorry, Errol Smito. Like, I mean, it was a good fight, and he did do his own thing, but at the end of the day, I don't think so because like there's just not much things you can say about it. But yeah, but anyway, that's part one. That's part one. Jesus Christ, man! I talked about an hour and almost an hour. Right. Anyway, this is part one.